Hello, thanks for tuning in to my channel. And listen, before we go any farther, I want you to go ahead and click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and also I want you to leave a comment if anything I say relates to you. Now, the first thing I want to ask you is this. Do you believe that credit cards are good, or do you believe that credit cards are bad? Meaning, do you believe credit cards are beneficial and they help people? Or do you believe that credit cards are bad because they get people in debt? It's funny. I was recently talking with my daughter and she got approved for a credit card. And she was telling me how she was happy she had the credit card because now she doesn't have to ask for help. She can just use her credit card, and it's on a like an APR of like 0.9%, which is very good. It's an introductory rate. And I just got approved for this. Show you a little bit of this information. It's a little, try not to show my information, but it's a Bank of America card that offers $300 in cash rewards when you spend $1,000 within 90 days of opening your account. That's not a bad deal right there. And so I decided to go ahead. Here it is. The day is winding down. I had this offer since yesterday, and I was going to wait like close to December when I know we're going to do Christmas shopping and apply for this card. But something told me, say, just go ahead and apply. Don't procrastinate. Don't put it off. Don't think you're being smart. Wait until later. Something was just in me telling me, go ahead, apply for this card. Well, I got approved for $9,000 and it's 0% interest for, let me see, 18 billing cycles. That's pretty good. And I love 0% interest credit cards. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put some links in my description, and I want you to click one of the links. I know I have a Chase link. I got American Express, Capital One. I'm going to put some various links in my description, and I want you to go ahead. If you have a need for a credit card, I'm going to be your referral source. Now, when you use my link, yes, I will get $50. And you will have me as a referral. They'll use my referral code. They'll look over your information. If I advise you to apply if you have at least 680 on your credit score. I know I'm an expert when it comes to credit cards, things like that. And so if you'll leave in the comments, what's your biggest problem when it comes to credit or getting a credit card? Are you having trouble getting your score up to a 680? What's the problem? And so if you let me know your problem, I can make a video on it. And I can tell you right now that the most important part of having excellent credit is paying all your bills on time, all the time. Pay all your bills on time, all the time. You say, how do you do that? You do that by living within your means. You have to be very disciplined when you're building credit. You can't get things you can't afford when you're building credit. Neither can you get things you can't afford when you're maintaining good credit. And so, yes, it's very good to say no when people, they may want to do things that'll pull you out of your budget. Know your budget, know what you can afford to do, and say no to everything else. You got to say no because, see, you're going to ruin your credit trying to keep up with everybody else. They may already have theirs together and maybe not. Who knows? But the point is, if you want to have your credit together, you got to learn how to say no when people, are pulling you out of what you can afford to do. And so That has been very important. Me and my wife, we stay in our budget. We dance to our own tune. We don't try to keep up with anyone. We are just happy sitting in this house watching a good movie on Tubi, Roku. We don't have to always go out. Yes, we go out to dinner. We may go catch a movie, but this is periodically. This is not something we just need to do or always feel like we have to be out and about. My wife, every now and then she'll shop for the house or whatever, but we're not big on that. We don't obsess over things like that. And so it's very important to be self-controlled, especially in these days that we live in. You got to be self-controlled, because if you're not, you're going to overspend. And so when it comes to credit cards, I myself believe that credit cards are very helpful if you use them the right way. If you use credit cards to make money. Now, let me tell you what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and pray. When I get through with this video, I'm going to pray and I'm going to ask God for wisdom. How can I turn that 9,000 into 90,000? How can I multiply the money or the credit that you've given me? That's what I'm going to go do. And that's what I would advise you to do. Pray about everything and ask God for wisdom. And he'll give you wisdom. But you got to ask for it. And when you ask for it, you got to believe you receive it by faith. What do you mean believe you receive it by faith? You got to take him at his word. He said he'll give you wisdom. You just got to trust that he will. And I believe that's in the book of James, chapter 1. Read James, chapter 1, and you should be able to see what God says about wisdom. All right? And listen, I'm going to leave those links for you. Remember, just run your race. Stay encouraged. If you're working a 9 to 5, be thankful for your 9 to 5. I just got through watching videos of people who they're not able to find jobs. Everyone doesn't have a job. People are going on strikes. People are losing their jobs. They're getting fired. So if you got a job, it might be tough. It might be hard. But listen, pray, find a better job before you leave that one. And then you make that transition. But remember, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So make sure you pray about that situation. And maybe even talk to some people on that job to make sure that it's the right fit for you. But I believe that we're going to make it. We have to keep a positive attitude, and we got to manage our money and manage our mind. All right. So thanks for tuning in. I'm going to leave my links in the description. And oh, yes, go to my website, kingdomlife.in, kingdomlife.in. Get one of my books. I know they'll be a blessing to you. I got some ebooks that I want you to check out. I'm also going to have some videos coming soon. So listen, go ahead and check out that website. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I'll have another video tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.